Homeschooling in Canada delivers strong results and greater freedom for parents, yet outdated regulations and funding policies keep it at a disadvantage compared to public education. Few know that better than Rod Amberson, president of Saskatchewan Home-Based Educators, or SHEBE. He and his wife have 10 children and have homeschooled for 22 years. Amberson explained the what's, whys, and hows of homeschooling during an address to a local civic awareness action group earlier this year. Now a pastor, Amberson says his decision to homeschool his children predated his journey to faith. "We just wanted the best for our kids, and we wanted the freedom to do it," he says, adding that many parents today feel the same. Homeschooling gained momentum in the 1970s as more people from both secular and faith perspectives found shortcomings in public education. However, changes to education law in some provinces empowered local school superintendents to decide at their discretion whether homeschooling met the legal requirements. Soon, some parents faced legal charges of truancy. In the early 1980s, a case from Alberta led to a Supreme Court of Canada decision that affirmed the rights of parents who homeschooled. In the wake of that decision, SHEBE was formed as an umbrella organization for alternative educators. The organization was at the table when Saskatchewan's legislation on education was rewritten in later years. Today, the Director of Independent Schools and Home-Based Education in the Saskatchewan government has regulatory oversight for almost 60 independent schools. Saskatchewan is highly regulated, but it's also fairly easy to do. Amberson says regarding the province's homeschooling regime, you notify the province and then you give a written education plan to the school division, and then at the end of the year, you give an annual report. Occasionally, school divisions still challenge the adequacy of some alternative educators, but SHEBE can usually intervene successfully. Amberson sees education at home as a natural extension of parenting, but acknowledges parents can be intimidated by the task. Can anybody do it? I think so. But it takes effort. It takes dedication, he says. Following through is another challenge, but SHEBE offers support. The 2025 SHEBE convention had almost 600 attendees and showcased many educational resources. Amberson says on the whole, homeschooling delivers better results. There's a ton of studies. Home-based education on the median is far better than a public education, he says. Even a bad homeschooler is going to be better than a bad public schooler, he adds. The headwinds homeschoolers face depend on the area. When rural schools close due to low attendance, local homeschool families sometimes face scorn for draining the system of students. Amberson says that's the fault of the public school model, not homeschoolers. They require one teacher per every couple of grades. Amberson points out, if they want to keep these schools open, there's other models out there, he adds. In Regina and Saskatoon, homeschools are a relief valve for boards with overcrowded schools. Remarkably, school boards still get half of the $12,000 provincial per-student grant for homeschooled kids in their area, despite their physical absence. Meanwhile, homeschool educators get about 1/6 that amount. Amberson says when teachers go on strike for more pay, it is hard to argue it's really for the sake of the children. My wife has an engineering degree, Amberson says. That's millions of dollars that she's given up in earnings to educate our children. She loves her kids and she wants the best for them. Meanwhile, the primary complaint of parents during teacher strikes is that they're at work and it's hard to find someone to care for their children. We've broken the family on both ends. Kids don't want to be home. Parents don't want their kids home, Amberson says. If you want to fix problems in society, you have to equip the family. You need to value your kids more than just saying you love them, actually like spending time together, he adds. Amberson would welcome charter schools in Canada where parents receive a grant or fully refundable tax break to pay tuition at the school of their choice, even if it's at home. Some U.S. states enjoy looser regulations and a funding model less punishing and more accommodating for those who choose alternative education. The result is micro-schools, learning centers, and increased parental autonomy in education. Innovation is being driven by giving teachers and parents options to create something great, Amberson explains. The cost of public schooling has ballooned, its quality has eroded, and, says Amberson, increasingly pushes ideologies at odds with parents. Provincial governments can solve this problem by setting up a regulatory and funding framework that democratizes education. They just need the courage and initiative to unleash parents and educators who can offer answers.